Hey everyone, Super Gamer here, and this is the commentated version of the 12-character Blooper Open race. I was about to say Lakitu for some reason, but anyway, I am playing hole by hole as fast as I can with each of the 12 main unstar characters, and kind of seeing what works and what doesn't, who goes fastest. The first hole you generally want to aim leftward, where there's more room to roll using the fast fairway and you have a better angle to the green, but playing a drive immediately can prove faster, but it's a more difficult second shot. The second hole is a par 5 that is difficult to navigate because your second shot goes uphill into a place with a lot of hazards, and then the third shot is to an elevated green with has a lot of hazards around it. So, you know, a hole that I hate indeed, and probably looking back, I would rather skip this hole than hole 18 most of the time. You'll have noticed that Bowser has outright skipped this hole because, well, Bowser's a Don, and you know, we'll get to that part later. But it's impossible for me to talk about every character at every moment because there's just so much crap going on. But yeah, hole 3 is the bird shape one that is a par 3 that goes uphill, and you know, if you get a flag location that's to the left, then well, good luck. Usually you want to club down so that you have a more lofted shot, but the Don play is to stick with the wood and just, you know, bump it up, but again, very difficult. Hole 4, you can bounce off the rocks or you can go around. Bowser has to be creative because his draw gets in the way of a tree at the beginning, and you have to take time to club up, but if you wiggle the control stick in such an alternating left and right fashion while going up, then you can club up quicker. Hole 5 is one of the toughest par 4s in the course because it has relatively high yardage and it goes uphill to a green that has that's kind of surrounds a bunker, and there's trees that block you in the most annoying places. So this is difficult if you're not a strong character, of which none of these characters really are. So yeah, you want to play as aggressively and as left as possible. Hole 6 is the crab hole. It's a long par 3. The initial part is low and flat, and the second part is elevated after a sharp slope. Generally, what you want to do if the flag's in the back is just take a low hard shot to the front and then bounce / roll it up. Otherwise, if it's in the front, then you play your shot short of the green and let it bounce up. Similarly, hole 7 is tricky because there's a lot of fast fairway. Yeah, you can go right. You just want to be careful. You don't want to land on fast fairway outright, but you'll have a long second shot, but a better angle to the green. If you go left, then you have a shorter second shot, but you know, your angle to the green might not be quite as good, but the added loft of a shorter club usually makes it worth it. Of course, it is faster to just play your shot immediately. Hole 8. This is the shark mouth hole. Usually the smarter way to do things is to land on the fast fairway and trickle down to the next area, and you'll save yourself about 30 or 40 yards, and that can help a lot in reaching the green, especially if the cup is in the back. You'll find that you might have to aim to prevent your ball from landing in the bunker on the left, but you can in fact reach the green in 2 without doing so. The shark's mouth tends to prevent high shots from being feasible. Hole 9 is a par 5 that's double dog leg. There's water that guards a significant part of it. The way you want to do this for the eagle strat, if you're sufficiently strong, hit sufficiently high, and you'll want to have a draw as well, is play your shot somewhere in between a fast fairway patch and a palm tree, and then play a high 3-wood power shot, draw shot around the rock towards the fast fairway patch that tilts toward the green or to the green itself. Very, very difficult to do, but you can eagle with several of the characters. And that is why I switched Wario and Donkey Kong to left-handed characters for that occasion. That basically flip-flops their trajectories. Hole 10 has a lot of fast fairway and a lot of little pot bunkers, so you want to watch carefully. You generally, if your drive does not land on fast fairway outright, you'll be fine. Green is a little bit persnickety, but just keep practicing. I've contemplated just dumping the ball into the bunker to stop it quick, but additional lag and RNG risk makes that shortcut, quote-unquote shortcut, not necessarily worth it. You'll just want to play straight and ensure you don't land in a pop bunker. Hole 11 is the Seahorse par 3, and I'm starting to get behind the holes that I'm playing on, but needless to say, it has a lot of slopes, so you'll want to have your distance control down to an art. Hole 12 is a hole that's got a lot of large birds for bunkers. It's fairly long and it goes uphill, so you want to be pretty aggressive with your drives. The green is elevated, but generally what you want to do, if the green is not in the back, as the flag is not in the back, is to play the drive just short of the fringe and bounce it up. Otherwise, play a lofted shot with backspin onto the green. Hole 13, this is the one where I always have that Moby Dick meme about split your lungs with blood and thunder when you see the white whale, because, well, there's whale-shaped bunkers. Bowser is in a unique position to be strong enough to be able to eagle that hole by driving to the whale outright with his draw. He requires either a small tailwind or plus 1% RNG, of which I've managed both with this project. I suspect DK can manage it as well, but you need amazing RNG to be able to pull it off. No one else comes close, so you have to go around otherwise, which takes a little bit of a while. Hole 14 is tricky. There's various maritime bunkers, some pot bunkers, fast fairway scatter, the usual stuff, and you have a pretty slopey green that is guarded by a strip of fast fairway, so distance control is insanely important. You might want to try to land your ball in between the fast fairway and the green and either just let it bounce up or use backspin. Hole 15, depending on what flag you get, if you have a character that hits a draw, you might be given a short club. So what I've done for this project is to rapid club change down to a putter and just give up using the putter, since it's quicker to dump your shot with a putter than it is with a standard club. You only have to hit one mark, and so I burn the give up. I get the triple par for the +8, and then hole 16 there's 2 paths you can go. Some characters, the ones that don't give up 15, give up hole 16. My recommended path is to go left. Just try to carry at least 195 so that you make it to the short grass, but also dodge the big pot bunker that's in there, and then you have a better angle and more reasonable elevation change. Sometimes though, maybe going downhill is a little bit faster, but the adjustments you have to make for your second shot don't make it so worth it. Hole 17 is super easy. I don't really have to comment too much on it. It's uphill, so you can be pretty aggressive. At hole 18, I give up with everybody because I don't like 18. No one likes 18. And so there's 18 strokes and penalties and 16 birdies, which combined makes for the +2 cutoff. And so that's how that is able to be possible. But Bowser manages to skip par 5s, and yeah, he wins. So GG.